Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to dig into a really simple but honestly super powerful framework from Prasan Incanin for tackling some of life's biggest questions. Everything from your career to your purpose.
Okay, let's just dive right in with a big one. Maybe the big one that we all wrestle with. Should you really turn your passion into your career? You know the drill. Follow your heart or follow the money. So you've got this split, right? Over here, you have the stuff that just lights you up, your passions. And over there, you've got the cold, hard reality of paying the bills, being a responsible adult. It really feels like you have to choose one or the other, but it's not quite that simple.
See, Prasan's take is pretty interesting. He says, look, it's not really about picking one over the other. It's more about finding a personal balance that actually works for your life right now.
But, before you just jump in and turn your hobby into your job, you got to get real for a second. Your actual life situation, your family, your finances, that stuff matters a lot. And passion, as amazing as it is, it's not some magic key to success. You've got to ask some tough questions, right? Like, am I actually any good at this? And maybe even more important, am I willing to do the grind, the not so fun stuff, to get really good? And that's where this idea of personal equilibrium comes in. It's about accepting that pretty much every career is going to be a mix. There will be parts you absolutely love, and there'll be parts you just do to get paid. The goal isn't some perfect dream job. It's finding a balance you can live with, something that feels sustainable for you.
Okay, so finding that balance, it really boils down to the choices we make, doesn't it? So let's talk about what a choice actually means.
I love this quote because it just flips the whole script on decision-making. We get so obsessed with making the perfect choice, right? But Prasan reminds us, hey, the moment you choose, that's just one day. The real work, the real life, happens on the long road that comes after. So what this is really saying is that the goal isn't to make the one right choice. Nope. The real skill is learning how to handle whatever happens after you choose. You make your move, you accept whatever comes from it, good or bad, and then you actively manage it. And here's the key part. You learn from it so you can tweak things and redesign your life for what's next.
And honestly, this is such a freeing thought, isn't it? No single choice has to lock you in for the rest of your life. If you make a call and it doesn't work out, that's okay. You just learned something valuable, and now you can choose something totally different next year.
Okay, but how do you actually know what choice to make, especially when you're scared of taking a risk? Well, that brings us to this amazing story about the hidden value of just trying stuff.
So, picture this. Early in his career, Prasan gets this really weird opportunity. A radio station basically tells him he's got a great voice and offers him a gig reading the news. I mean, on paper, this thing was a total disaster. There was zero pay. The hours were just awful, working all night from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m., and there was absolutely no promise that it would lead to anything at all. So what would you do? Seriously, would you just see it as a complete waste of your time or something else? So yeah, he took the job. And the reason why he took it, this is the key. It perfectly sums up his whole philosophy. The real win wasn't about a future career or making money. He believed that the simple act of trying something new, just to find out if you even like it, that right there is a profit. And that is what he calls the profit of experience. When you try something, a weird internship, a side project, whatever, you get this priceless information about yourself. If it turns out you hate it, amazing. You just saved yourself years of going down the wrong path. And if you love it, awesome. Now you know where to put your energy. Either way, it's a win.
Okay, so all of this leads us to the final piece of the puzzle. And honestly, this might be the most important part, the work we absolutely have to do on our own.
Prasan talks about how, whenever he speaks to elderly people, he hears the same thing over and over again. What they really want, deep down, is to feel like their life had value, that they were helpful to other people. A truly good life isn't just about what you get, it's about what you give. But here's the twist. To figure out how you can actually be valuable to other people, you first have to be able to just sit with yourself, be alone. He talks about how this really hit home for him during a 10-day silent meditation retreat, where there's literally nothing to distract you. Think about it. In our day-to-day lives, the second an uncomfortable thought pops up, what do? We run. We grab our phone, we turn on Netflix, we call a friend. But when you're truly alone, in silence, there's nowhere to go. Your brain just serves it all up. Old memories, worries, regrets, anger, all of it. You have no choice but to finally face it. And this right here is the whole point. This is your homework. Learning to just sit with your own thoughts, to manage your mind when you can't escape it, that's a skill. It's a muscle you have to build. It takes real practice.
And that leaves us with one final thought, a question to take with you. So the real question isn't just about your job or your next move, it's deeper. What's the inner work, the personal homework that your life is asking you to do right now?